4 words that can change your marriage. Now you be thinking about what those 4 words might be, and I'll identify them for you in just a few moments. No, we need to get back to God's original plan and ask ourselves the question, am I being the best husband or the best wife I possibly could be? Because listen to this, marriage is not so much about finding the right person as much as it is about being the right person. So that's what we want to focus our attention on. A strong and a happy marriage is a result of an obedience to God and His Word. He talked about the original concept and design of marriage, saying that God brought the man and the woman together. With this cause shall a man leave his father and mother and cleave into his wife, and the two shall become one flesh. So 2 operative words we discovered in our last message, leave and cleave. First of all, you leave all other relationships. Now, you're still a son or a daughter to your parents. You're still a brother or a sister to your siblings. You're still a friend to others. But now a new family has begun, even if it's just a husband and wife for starters. And now your primary allegiance and commitment must be to your spouse. They should be your best friend. That's the leaving. Then there's the cleaving. Not just being stuck together, but holding on to one another. Lay this foundation right, and if you do, your marriage will stand the test of time. More than stand it, it will flourish. Put the needs of your mate above your own. It also means to get underneath and hold someone up. So if you're walking along with your wife and she is wearing her high heels, say, and she trips and falls, you just say, well, why'd you even wear those? I told you to wear practical shoes. No, I hope you grab her, steady her. You do the same for him, wives. A husband's submission to his wife doesn't mean he abdicates his responsibility of leadership in the home. It means that he helps her bear her burdens. The wife puts the needs of her husband above her own. That's submitting one to another in the fear of God. Now, let's find those 4 words. 4 words that can transform our marriage. Okay, here they are. Ephesians 5:25. Let's read them together. Let's read them out loud, in fact. Husbands, love your wives. I'll tell you what, I don't want the wife to read it. I want just the husbands to read it out loud. Verse 25, ready? Husbands, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church. 4 times in 8 verses, men are told to simply love their wives. And how are we to do that? As Christ loves the church. Now you might say, well, Greg, that's a tall order. Yes, it is. The fact is, many, if not most marriages are in trouble because men are unwilling to obey God's commands to them. Number 1, if you really love your wife, be patient with her. Love is long-tempered. A word to you singles, I don't want to leave you out. Love is patient. If you're really in love with someone and it's genuine, it will stand the test of time. So don't rush it. Don't rush it. Take your time. Many waters cannot quench love, neither can floods drown it. But love is patient. Number 2, if you really love your wife, you'll show kindness and tenderness to her. Verse 4, love is kind. Just as patience will take anything from others, kindness will give anything to others. If you love your wife as you ought to, she will respond. Why are we Christians? Why do you follow Jesus? The Bible says you love him because he first loved you. Your love for God is a response to his love for you. The same is true in marriage. If husbands would just do their part, it would transform marriages across our country. If husbands would just say, I'm going to focus on these 4 words today. Husbands, love your wife. That's what I'm going to do. It would change everything because she would respond accordingly. And Proverbs 31 says, her children call her blessed, and her husband praises her. When's the last time you praised your wife? And by that I mean complimented her in front of others. Compliment your wife in front of friends, in front of your kids, in front of even strangers, bragging on your wife. A lot of times we'll criticize her. Don't ever do that publicly. You have something to say to her, or to him for that matter. Do it later, but not in front of other people. Number 3, if you love your wife, you'll not boast of it to her, but just do it. If you love your wife, you won't boast of it to her, you'll just do it. Verse 4, love does not parade itself. This means to strut. It's the idea of reminding your spouse of all that you do for them. Do you realize how hard I work to give you this standard of living? Do you know what I do? Do you understand the sacrifices that I've made? You say, but Greg, I have. I know. But love doesn't brag about it. That we have. Now you might say, well, Greg, this isn't easy. I know that. I can't do this on my own strength. I know that too. But God has given you the power to do this. And so I'm going to just wait till I feel that power. You don't have to wait till you feel it. The power is already there. Romans 5:5 says the love of God is shed abroad in your heart by the Holy Spirit. Don't wait until you feel love. Just start loving. Don't wait till you feel kindness. Just start doing kind things. Just start doing it. And then in time, you'll feel it. That's the whole emphasis of 1 Corinthians 13. 4 words that can change your marriage. Husbands, love your wives.